got some stuff to talk about.
So there's a lot of things to talk about. Let's go ahead and start that out.
Okay, terrific. So we've got a new season of Invasions, season 8. It is the
We're already
season
in 8.
of the Dark Dragon, where Liu Kang is the invading force, and he's gone mad with power, and so he's brought his army of
those skins are actually kind
with him
of cool.
to take over this timeline. And so this is just kind of an example of some of the skins.
I like this one
that you'll unlock through
this
playing
skin's cool.
this season of Invasions, along with what will be in the seasonal shop. And we have more about the seasonal shop, but we'll get to that later.
Sure.
Also, this season we have new mini games. We have things called unCAGED, which are arcade machines that you beat up. Some of them have a little bit of chaos going on, but you'll be rewarded currency, so coins, crowns, or seasonal currency. We also have missions where you have to protect a cashew. Okay,
That's my favorite.
There are zombies after cashew, and you gotta keep them safe. Okay, we also have a mini map. That's right, we have a mini map for each one of the mesas that really points out where chests
We
are,
finally get a mini map.
More of those POIs. For
How
you to,
long have we been asking for a mini map in Invasions?
People have asked for,
yes.
So we can.
It took 8 seasons of Invasions until we got a mini map.
We also have dedicated shops that sell components.
Thank God!
I heard some feedback from the previous.
I might actually play more Invasions.
Target being able to get components, so we made sure that some of the larger mesas have dedicated component shops, so for people to go and find and explore. We have a new Titan, which I'm very excited for. It's pretty big.
He's very big.
It's pretty big. And of course, we will have the free trial towers for Sector, Cyrax, and Noob. So if you haven't had the chance to pick them up yet, you will be able to. Are you ready for some more new stuff?
A lot of new stuff. Let's keep going.
Tell us all the new.
So we will be having online practice as well. Online practice will be in this update.
Online practice mode.
Just so that you're aware, go out there, go spar with your friends, send them an invite. You guys can just do a little practicing.
Another mode that took them long enough to add, but at least it's coming.
You could play someone, lose, and instead of complaining on social media, work with them to improve.
Or you may just want to spar with a friend.
You could also do both. You could lose, complain on social media, and then also try to get better.
All these things are options.
Absolutely. And then we're going to start going over some of the free stuff for everybody.
I love free.
Update, but first, we're going to start with Animalities. If you're unaware, just for getting the update of Chaos Reigns, everybody gets access to the new Animalities. That's for the base roster characters along with the DLC characters. Everybody has an Animality.
But will the guest characters have Animalities?
Well, they're guest characters. Of course they will.
Absolutely.
Yes, and there's some rippers. There's some good ones.
I can't wait to see all of them.
In particular right now, it's Peacemaker, but continue.
Oh, yeah.
Peacemaker has to turn into like an eagle,
awesome,
right?
But like I said, those are free for everybody, and we'll go over some more free stuff here in a minute. I think we've got...
Yeah, we do have an interview I did earlier with Josh Slingerland about Animalities that we're going to show you right now. All right, everybody, another interview here on the cast. Right here. Who do we have with us?
This is new. They've never done this type of stuff.
Josh Slingerland, principal artist here at NetherRealm, and my job is directing all of the real-time cinematics here.
So today, we're going to talk just briefly about what has returned to Mortal Kombat 1, Animalities.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. We are so excited to talk about this feature. We've been working on this for months and months and months, and it's just cool to finally get it out there and and starting to see some of the reactions to some of the small clips we've kind of already put out there already.
Because there are a lot of Animalities.
A lot, man.
I can't wait to see all of them. We got to watch all of them, guys.
Like, why bring back Animalities?
Because they're sick.
So Animalities, we've been talking about bringing back for a little while now. As I'm sure most of you fans know, we brought back, I think, every finisher now at this point. We brought back the babalities, we brought back the brutalities, we brought back friendships last game. Now I believe Animalities is the only one that we haven't.
And they brought back Mercy.
There's going to be a lore head who proves us wrong there, but hey, we're sticking with it right now.
I'm usually wrong.
Right? They brought back everything. All the Alities, right, chat?
It's time, like it's been since.
Are they missing anything? I don't think so.
A couple days ago when we released that game,
Okay, right.
It's just so cool to bring this back. You know, next gen graphics, new engine, things are looking hot, and I couldn't be more pleased with what the team has kind of done with this feature so far.
Yeah,
what's
imagine
your
if we got
favorite
all the
part of it?
allities in one Mortal Kombat game. In
The
one
nostalgia,
Mortal Kombat
like, what would you
game.
call it?
Above,
That's what they should have done.
It's you know, like it's a refreshing you know, creative kind of endeavor for everybody on the team to, you know, come up with what is every character, what are they going to transform into? Let's make sure it fits their character. What are they going to do once they've transformed into that animal? And we kind of took it from there. So
Yeah. So I guess that also probably brought up a lot of challenges. Like, what if you could
sure
figure out what kind of challenges were really present here with bringing back Animalities?
a lot of fun challenges. Again, it was, you know, we're making all these animals from scratch. And they look gorgeous, by the way.
They look
really
amazing.
Excited for you guys to see all of them. The making sure like the fur on some of our furrier guys looks really good in our engine. That was something new that we had to kind of like, you know, dig deep into. And then just kind of coming up with, you know, wow, it's not the character killing them, it's the animal going to kill them, and making sure that things feel authentic and but also unique.
You know what I
from
thought
every
about?
other character.
Sounds good.
All the animalities
you have,
could just be a
Of
placeholder
all
for
the
Beast
Animalities that
Boys
are in this game, do you have a favorite?
moves in Injustice 3. Like that's
Gonna
literally
come
just
up-
take all the
I
animals.
don't
That
have a
they're
favorite.
testing the waters right now.
There
That's what they're
are
doing, chat.
So many great ones.
I'm calling it. Beast Boy
But I do
moves
want to say this. I can't.
They have the models now
Handed
for the animals. Just make them green.
I did bring a little clip I'd like to share. I've been maining Takeda a lot recently.
Okay.
So,
Takeda.
I was like, hey, why don't we show his animality? So
Okay. What's his
a little
animality,
world
guys?
premiere here.
I love it.
A
Guess
brand
right
new,
now. You got 3 seconds.
Animality that no one's seen yet. So.
Thank you,
Takeda,
Josh, for
I'm
coming by.
guessing.
It's been awesome.
so much.
Great to have you. And here we go. The
Scorpion.
world premiere, Takeda's Animality.
Enjoy, guys.
Because Scorpion has the. I don't know. I feel like Scorpion would be a Scorpion, but. Yo, he's an octopus! That actually makes sense. Oh my god, that's crazy! Yo, that is the sickest animality ever. That makes so much sense with the tentacle and the whips.
Right, there
Oh
it is.
my
Takeda's
god.
Octopus, one of my favorites. Thank you, Josh, for stopping by to talk about Animalities. But Derek,
Yo,
let's talk about what else
that
we have
was
coming.
that was awesome.
There's more.
Oh my
is that
god, that
possible?
animality
I know!
right now.
All right,
Animality
so
for
there's been
me
a lot
top
of
number 1.
speculation of what the
That
Warrior
was
Shrine
too good.
is. And
That was too
what the
good.
Warrior Shrine
Octopus,
is it
Kraken
highlights the
looking
top
thing.
5 players of Kombat
Dang.
League.
That
every
MKX
season.
reference, right?
And so what
What is
you'll be
this?
able to do is scroll through all the previous seasons and see who were the top 5 players of each season. I know it's amazing. In season 3, myself,
not gonna be me.
Stephanie, Dizzy, Nicastro,
That was
and Paulo were
awesome.
able to be
Shout
the
outs to
top 5
MKX
players.
Yeah, we're
stage
very, very
with
strong
the octopus.
We are amazing. That's a lie. We just kind of mocked this up just to kind of give you guys a first look at it.
I just barely missed it.
You did. You just barely missed it.
Fine.
Very cool. You can see the art there, a tribute to my
Guys, we're gonna
opinion,
react to
one of
all the
coolest
animalities.
stages in
If you don't want to miss
Right.
it,
So-
subscribe.
Shrine.
Those top 5 players will be immortalized in Mortal Kombat 1. With
I don't know
the
how you can
Warrior
top
Shrine.
that. I don't, honestly, how
There's
how
more.
can you?
Okay, so we will go from one shrine to another. So the shrine, also not the warrior shrine,
The dragon
the
one.
dragon
Fire
shrine,
spitting
yeah,
dragon shrine.
will be updated with new cameo brutalities for all the cameos. So you just go ahead and go to the shrine, throw some coins in there, and get some new cameo brutalities. What
Cool.
else is new, Tyler? I'm gonna tell you. The seasonal store. The seasonal store now has new brutalities for all characters, including the DLC characters. There's 2 per character. And they're going to be there forever. So usually with our seasonal store, it kind of resets each
roll
one
around,
of the seasons and stuff like that. These will always be there. So when we go into another season or whatnot, those are forever there for you to be able to unlock, and so you don't feel pressured like, oh, I got to get all of these this season. Also, all characters will get a seasonal palette this season through the seasonal shop along with gear. So there's more things in the seasonal shop this season. Tyler,
Yes,
you thought we were done.
I didn't. I
No!
Dang,
we're
there's so
not
much
done.
new
I
stuff.
wrote the
Wow.
script. I know what's coming next.
Oh, yeah, all right. Okay, fair enough. So also with just updating to Chaos Reigns, everybody will get 4 new environments. Those 4 new environments
4 new
also
stages.
have 2 variations to each one of the environments. Kind of like a
Sweetness.
day-night sort of cycle. In addition to that, everybody will get 5 new stage variations too. So like the Whoosh Academy now has a different sort of chaos-like themed variation that everybody will get.
Sindel's Throne Room has the damaged version.
You know, before we get to that, we did an interview today with Corey
What?
from the environment team about the new stages, and I think we should take a look at that video right now.
Let's go.
Right, now we have a special interview with my friend, yes?
I like to think we're friends. Yeah.
I like this. I like to do that.
Imagine Tyler's like, my friend, and Corey's like,
yourself before we do.
Yeah, I'm Corey Billett. I'm on the environment team here at NRS.
Awesome. And you and your team.
yeah,
have a
more
hand in
new
building all
actual
of these
skins,
Yeah,
and
a lot
not
of people have worked very hard to kind of make new things for fans to get to experience 4 stages to do
color
balance
palette
the
swaps.
structure.
I don't care for color palette
Excellent.
swaps.
So we've now entered our chaos era. How did you and the team imprint Havoc's personality onto a lot of these new stages?
Well, so for the new era for Liu Kang, we got to kind of do the more tranquil, beautiful spaces. Havoc doesn't really follow that mindset. He's a little bit more destructive and violent, so we got to play on some of those aspects for the new stages, kind of embracing more of that gritty MK vibe a little bit more, and definitely playing with physics in interesting ways, cosmic colors and stuff, because it's not Earthrealm as we know it. It's a different space entirely, so we really tried to push that, and hopefully it's clearly recognizable in the stuff we did.
Well, let's see that. You brought along some kind of stage pans. Let's start with the Chaosium, and if you could kind of go through sort of what that all represents.
Show us the
so
stages.
Chaosium is a arena where Havoc and a lot of his masochistic friends
I
are
like
performing murder games kind of 24/7.
I
doing
like
violence
it.
on people both willing and not willing. This
Chaosium.
Is just like I said, it's just a
Chaos-
space where he
Chaos,
kind of runs his
Coliseum.
games from up atop the throne. You see him there. So there's a ton of when you're actually fighting in here, there's a ton of just animations and activity going on. It's just a very intense space.
Awesome. Well, that's a great one.
like the
That's
stage.
beautiful. Like some different colors we've used, some different palettes, sort of
Yeah, very colorful skies and everything. Hopefully
Right.
that's pretty obvious.
really
It's a
cool. But
difference.
also, still, like you said earlier, like what the fans. I mean, we talk here about it a lot. The gritty Mortal Kombat feel
yes,
too.
yeah.
which
We
people
did the beautiful side. Now we kind of want to do a little bit more of the gritty, violent MK side.
And as an artist, that's probably fun too, because
Oh, yeah.
you did all the the beautiful
I
flowers.
mean, there
the
are
colors.
so many ways you can display skulls and just violence, and
Right.
we're running. I mean, we've tapped that well pretty significantly, but there's still a lot we can pull out of that.
Sure. What has been your favorite part of the new stages or working on them?
I think just the ability to do interesting and weird things. Again, being it is like our chaos timeline, we can play with physics, we can play with things in an interesting way. We pushed NPCs and just kind of the liveliness of things. Like Tea House, for example, was a stage with a lot going on. Chaos EM that we just looked at is another one where there's
Chaos
gonna be a
EM.
lot going on. And we push that in all of the new stages.
And that's one of the things that I've always liked about the stages too, is that they have a life.
Yeah.
They're a character almost.
Hopefully,
There's-
if we did our job, yeah.
Right,
hopefully.
there's things happening in the background. Like, what are they doing? What are they?
Exactly,
They're
yes.
buying food. What's going on? They're having fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. Real quick, in addition to the new stages, what else should fans be looking for in what you've created?
Outside the totally new stages, we also had the opportunity, obviously, to kind of we revisit in our story some of the stages fans might know well. We got the ability to do fresh takes and remixes on those, kind of showing what happens when Havoc enters the scene. So I know we have like Fire Temple, that is the seat of Liu Kang's power. We get to then see kind of what Havoc
Dang,
does when he
that
enters the
pink-
neighborhood, and he
pink fire.
essentially spits on Liu Kang's front door. He makes it his own, and it is
Colors
no
are
longer
sick
the
on
same
the
place.
stage.
It's not tranquil anymore. Havoc has brought his mentality, and it's just chaotic firestorms, and again, an affront to Liu Kang as the god of Earthrealm.
Awesome. That looks cool. And
If you like fire, it's cool.
yeah,
If you don't like fire, you're out of luck.
I mean, previously in MK1.
Destroyed, Cage
We got
Mansion,
one more
Con.
stage.
Don't do
First of
that.
all, anything you'd like to say before we're going to show one more stage and then sign off with this interview? But
Before we show the last one, just want to say thank you to the fans. there's been a lot of just really positive feedback for stages, and in a fighting game, that's totally not expected because the characters are.
I will say MK1 has probably some of the most beautiful stages out of all the MK games. I will give them that. They knocked it out of the park with the stages. That's one thing they got right off the rip with the release of MK1.
Yeah,
stages.
plenty of secrets still to look
prime.
at when you get the game for yourself.
Right. So before we go, let's take a look at the at Havoc Citadel.
Yeah. So for Havoc Citadel, this is a kind of endless void of winding pathways, all disintegrating and kind of tearing apart in various ways, and this just really, I think, shows some of the physics stuff I mentioned earlier.
Ooh, the blue. I like the blue.
Don't feel like Earth.
Variant.
There's a lot of just weird, spacey stuff going on.
Cool color changes.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I give huge props to the team because this is one where it's inherently chaotic and just a ton of winding pathways, and it can be hard to make that composed. But I think they really did a great job of making something feel composed and intentional for something that is just so random and chaotic.
That's an interesting quote. Intention behind chaos.
Yeah, finding the intention behind chaos.
Right, like that's difficult.
It is extremely difficult, and a lot of very talented people spend a lot of time trying to put
Yeah, the
just
stages
a
look
little
really
bit
good.
of that in there. So hopefully it's reflected.
Make it make sense.
Yeah,
So,
exactly, as much as we can.
Corey, thanks so much for joining us.
Of course, thank
these
you.
stages, of course, are coming in Mortal Kombat
Yes.
1.
Yes.
And back to the stream.
Back
Awesome.
to the
Thank
stream.
you, Corey, for that.
Man, these transitions are
awesome
sick.
To see the overview of the stages and just now again, that wasn't all of them, but I just wanted to kind of show you what they're thinking about, how they inject and imprint Havoc's personality onto these stages.
Yeah,
which
it's a really cool aesthetic for these new stages.
Yeah, they look really cool. Before we move on to some balance stuff that I want to talk about, which I know you're all very excited about, and then of course Noob, DK, there's one more big thing we want to talk about that's coming with Chaos Reigns.
Yes.
What do you got for us?
So we've got. Dang it! You just said one more thing. We do have one more thing. All right. So for Chaos Reigns, I'm going to read from a piece of paper. I hope everybody's all right with that. For Chaos Reigns, we have removed the Gateway Mesa, and we have replaced it with the new Towers of Time. Towers of Time is also accessible from the main menu.
The Towers of Times are
is
back!
A combination of the Gateway Mesa and the MK11 Towers of Time experience.
This is
There
way
are
better. I don't want to
9
go into
towers that
Invasion
are
just for
always
Towers
available
of
to play.
Time. Thank you.
The front
So
3
much
towers
quality of
are
life.
persistent towers. The first tower is the arcade tower with no
Yes.
modifiers, and players can unlock ladder endings, and they're just quick matches with ladder endings. The second tower is our seasonal tower, same as what we've had in the Gateway with previous seasons of Invasions. The seasonal tower gets progressively more difficult after each completion, and players unlock seasonal exclusive cosmetics after each milestone level, basically every 5 completions. The third tower is the Legacy Tower. After each completion, players will unlock unobtainable palettes from previous seasons of Invasions. With later updates, we'll continue to add additional cosmetic items to that loot pool. The middle row of towers is a series of procedurally generated towers that change every hour. The tower difficulty range from very easy to very hard, going from left to right.
So the red
final
ones are the
back
hard
row
ones,
of
the green ones
towers
are the
is
easy ones.
dedicated to our live content. When we go live on the 24th, you'll be able to play the character demo towers for Sector, Cyrax, and Noob. So if you haven't purchased them yet, you can try them out in the Towers of Time. There's exclusive player module pieces for completing the demo towers for each of those characters. Anytime we have a live event or holiday event, they will populate this back row. Now, let's dig a little deeper. When you press the start button, this will bring up the Towers of Time menu. There are 3 active challenges. Each challenge rewards points.
Dragon
All
crystals.
challenges must be completed in Towers of Time environment. Once an easy or hard challenge is completed, it is replaced with a new challenge. In addition to points, easy and hard challenges reward different crafting components, consumables, or relics. That brings us to the weekly challenge. The weekly challenge rewards dragon crystals.
Nice.
The weekly challenge can only be completed once per week. The weekly challenge
Dang.
also
I was about
rewards
to
a
farm some
generous
dragon
amount
crystals.
of Towers of Time points. What do these points do, you might ask?
I was going to ask.
I know. These points contribute to a bi-weekly player versus player competition within Towers of Time. Once the timer runs out, players are rewarded items based on their final placement, and a new competition begins.
Very, very exciting.
All right. For launch of Chaos Reign, only challenges will be rewarding points. But very soon, we're going to be adding points to towers. So the harder the tower, the more the points that you'll receive upon completion. We just really want to massage the numbers and things like that before we, push it out to everybody.
Right.
So there it is.
Nice
A
job,
lot of
Takeda.
great
Well, you read
updates coming
slowly,
with Chaos
concise,
Reign.
Like, it was very well done.
All
I
this
just
should have
learned how to
been
read.
day one release, but you know what? At least
so
it's
anyway, thank you,
released
Derek. That's gonna be
with
awesome.
the new
Towers
Chaos
of Time
Reign.
returning
This should be called Mortal Kombat 1.5, honestly.
Yeah.
Like
Exciting.
this
We
Chaos Reign
now-
DLC,
some more
like
exciting
it's so
stuff to
much
talk
great
about.
stuff.
More exciting stuff.
We are going to talk about some.
Love it.
I got quite a few little balance things we want to talk about that I think you'll all really enjoy. Again, we're not going to go through everything in the balance today because there's a lot of stuff coming.
Where are the patch notes?
Where are the patch
Where are the
notes?
patch
Where are the patch notes?
They will be coming. We're first going to start out with. We'll be showing videos with all of these. The first one we're going to show.
Now I see
is,
you're saying
a
75
little
crystals
video
a week with the
Garrus
skin at
and
600.
Omni-Man. Take a
Yes.
look.
But before they didn't give you any, so I guess it's better than nothing, right? At least we're getting something now. Okay, I don't play Garrus, so I don't know what updates, what changes is happening right now. Ooh, Omni-Man, okay. All right, I play a little Omni-Man.
All right, now again, you can probably play back these videos if you want to see what happened. But what happens
They
there
both
is,
got buffed.
for this one.
Sick.
Omni-Man's forward 2, where he kind of dashes at you and punches, now gives you a little ground bounce. Now, if you're in the corner, that's awesome because you can do a corner comm right there.
Quarter com.
But
Quarter comms.
you can also use it for a cameo to help pick up the combo after the forward 2. And
So, a buff.
Garrus's forward 3 now bounces, so you can use the double time move where he makes a clone of himself to continue combos, or you can use, again, a cameo to help out with that combo as well.
What are we
Both
bouncing
buffs.
to next, bud?
We're going to bounce to Kung Lao. Let's take a look.
All right, does Lao get a buff? Oh, Lao cameo. Oh shoot! We got the little orbiting hat, like an MKX. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet, actually.
Cameo Kung Lao now has an orbiting hat. For duration, he'll put a hat around you. If the enemy is hit, they are stunned. So you can use this for protection, or hell, just throw out a random teleport and see what happens, you know?
That's how I roll.
So that's
The
a new
Tempest
thing for
hat is
Cameo,
back.
Kung Lao orbiting hat. We've seen him before, but it works a little differently here. Nice. Let's see Kung Lao, the character now. We'll take a look at this.
Base roster Kung Lao. Let's see. Does he get the orbiting hat too? That'd be so sick. That's new, right? Air hat throws? And a quick getaway?
All right, now Kung Lao now has an aerial hat toss, which he can use.
That's a buff you can really hang your hat on.
There we go. And if the EX version of that is really good for combos. So there's another tool for Kung Lao to continue combos and kind of deal with people in the air. And you can also do it pretty low off the ground, too. So it can be used a lot of places throughout the screen. We have 2 more videos we're going to show you. The first one is awesome. A little bit of Shang and Shijinko.
Shang and
Take a look at
Shijinko,
that.
2 characters I'm not going to play because I'm not good enough with them.
So from
Hold
that
up,
video,
wait.
You're going to notice that Shijinko now has new combo string, where you can do a punch into a kick, which is a
Does Shang
crumple
just
stun,
transform to
which
Sonya?
allows you to do combos. He also has a kick into an overhead chop. So some new moves for Shijinko to get in there. Old Shang, when you're playing as Old Shang, he has forward 3-4, which is a double hitting low, a new string. Stephanie, let's talk about all Shangs.
Well, showing that an old dog can learn new tricks.
There we go.
Shang
took my
has
mind
move
a second to
where
process.
You do the input, and he will morph into the opponent's cameo, perform one of their moves, and then morph back. For example, if he's fighting someone using cameo Sonya, he will morph into Sonya, do the leg grab, morph back. If someone's using Farah, morph into Farah, do the little grab, morph back. And all these
Shane just got
attacks
so much more
also have
complicated,
EX
and
moves, which
I
make them
can't play
stronger.
them.
A lot of them are combo starters.
tough.
They recover faster. For example, the leg grab will pop them up.
And it's not randomized. If you get the same
Correct.
one, you're not
Yes.
guessing which cameo move you're morphing into.
Right.
That's
Everyone will
super
get
cool.
their regular
That is really
and EX
cool,
versions
though.
of one of their cameo moves that he'll morph into.
Right. We got one more video to show you. I know there's been a lot
That
of
is
videos.
so
Thanks
cool.
for sticking with us.
Oh
You've
man,
seen
I
this
can't.
before.
I don't
We
know how
wanna
to
talk
play.
about it real
I'm
quick.
so
This
bad
is,
with Shane and the
let's see,
transformations.
Sonya's dive kick.
Sonya's dive kick. That happened so quick. Did she jump off your character
All right,
to
now
then?
Sonya has a dive kick. It's an overhead. It's a summon, so it won't like save you from mistakes. But it's really good for offense. A really good way to start a combo that starts overhead. And you'll also notice, maybe for you eagle-eyed Takeda players, forward 2 is now special cancelable.
Sprinkle that in.
Just sprinkle it in.
Dude,
Little nugget.
things happen
Little
so
nugget.
quick.
So, but I think it's time.
I'm
to
missing so
move on
much.
to-